Morning folks, Phil here again from Telford Koi Pond on the latest update on the Grow-on pond project. As you will see, just putting the last bit of water in there to get it right up to the top of the glass. I have had it right up, but we cleared it out, made a few changes to it. The two major changes are the stainless steel grid that was in the bottom there. Although it looked extremely nice, it was extremely sharp, and the more I thought about it, the more I played with it. I've took it out for now and just put the standard dome on, so it's a non-aerated dome, but I will take that off at some point and put a square grill with holes on or something. I'm just looking for the right one, but anyway, that's absolutely fine for now, nothing wrong with that at all. As I say, I'm just topping up, and I've also put on, as you can see, bit crude at the minute, but we put the overflow on last night, so that is just purely an overflow. The top 90 isn't glued, so obviously I can turn it, or I can change this this piece in to have it smaller or lower if I want it just sticking up, but at the moment that is my sort of drop dead level overflow to stop the pond overflowing. So you can see I've still got at least another couple of inches to go filling the pond up, but that literally just comes through the side of the pond down, and I've got this handy little soak away down here. So once that's all full of gravel again, and once the cladding's on the side of the pond, then that'll become very hidden, or yeah, whatever. So that's, as I say, that's where I am at the minute. Everything's turned off again. I've been doing leak tests and all sorts. All the water you can see, although it's forecast dry for us this morning, we went out with the dog about 7 o'clock. It was lovely. Got halfway around our walk and the heavens absolutely open, so everything's soaking wet at the minute. So our first job this morning is going to be to dry everything off, so that I could do just check for leaks and things like that, and then I'll turn it back on again, leave it running for a bit and check for leaks. But realistically, we're nearly there or thereabouts, so when it's all up and running properly with the right pumps on and everything, I'll snap back to you and you can see it going. Well folks, started off as a really nasty, horrible day. We got soaked walking the dog, and it's turned into an absolutely glorious afternoon. So I've been beavering out here. Did have to put my coat on at one point because it was absolutely freezing. The wind is ridiculous, so apologies for the wind if it's interfering with the sound. But anyway, as I've just said, sent a little message to Scrag to say basically Thunderbirds are go. My Grow-on is up, running, and everything's working, touch wood. So yeah, that's it. Things we've done differently, I think I mentioned in the earlier video, we just put the air dome on there because I was a bit concerned about the grate. Get a new one of those. The overflow is now fixed, and I've overfilled the tank just so you can see the overflow there. Temperature at the minute, what we got, 16. So I've set the heater to 18 just to bed it in a little bit. This green stuff is just temporary. It's basically, Claire wanted me to cover the front of the air source heat pump, so this seemed to be the easiest option. But when I went looking, I found some guy was selling 4 of these, basically 4 trellises full of fake ivy. I know it doesn't look brilliant, but it's covered the side of the tank for now. So I used the one for the air source heat pump, sorry, and the other 3 for just creating a little bit of screening for here. So at least when we're sitting out on the deck, we can, or Claire's sitting out on the deck, we can you know, turn around and basically look at that, which is a lot better than just look at the side of the black thing. But I am absolutely stoked, I really am. I really like the idea of a Venturi after going to 5 Towns Koi. I don't know whether you can actually see it in there because it's really bright, but the Venturi is working super duper. So at the moment I'm just going to leave it. The pond's just cycling. I'm going to shove some stuff in a minute, but I'm probably going to put fish in tomorrow, to be honest with you. So I want to get it up to temperature. I want to put some sodium thiosulfate in. That's the thing I couldn't think of, to get rid of the chlorine in the water, and that'll be it. Put a couple of fish in from the pond, These have been so neglected the last few days. I bet they're not even speaking to me. Oh, here we go. So they're all looking okay. As I said on a previous video, water's absolutely shot, because I've had a couple of fluke treatments in there, and no UV, no RO, nothing. But they seem okay. They're coming out of it, coming round. Now Marks has been now flicking for the past week or so. You watch, one of them will flick now just to prove me wrong, but they're all hungry, they're all looking for food. So yeah, happy days. And just to show the SLC pump, this is our little raised deck, so it's a little bit higher than the viewing platform at the front, and that's basically all it is. Claire didn't want to, well, neither of us want to sit here and look at a big SLC pump, so that's just covered the front of it, which is rather marvellous. So we'll be able to sit here on a day like this, drinking alcoholic beverages, couldn't even say alcoholic then, watching the fish. And just looking at that now, that temporary fish feeder on a piece of wood. I must get round to put my proper fish feeder on. But the backy shower, it's just been working fine. As I say, really neglected these so far this year. But I'll make it up to them over the next few weeks. Get them a few treats, pay them a bit more attention. But that has been absolutely superb. And I'm still only running it at 10,000 litres, sorry, 10% of a 12,000 litre per hour vari pump, because as I say, it's not for filtration really, it's for the sound of water. I have had one of the trays off, I should have filmed it and I didn't, but the media's doing absolutely fine. The mountain tree foam, not foam, sorry, the spiral matting that goes on top, and the ceramic media that they gave me. So yeah, I mean that's it at the moment. Need to go and tidy up because Claire's out with the dog, so I just need to go and put a few things away. But the garden is looking a damn sight better. I say, a bit of sunshine and everything comes to bloom, doesn't it? So yeah, there we go. That's the full panoramic view of the garden. Not like you're not sick of seeing it already, but that's the focus. Really chuffed with that. That's all up and running now, and I need to really concentrate on getting some fish in there. So I'll catch you when I'm putting some fish in. Morning folks, it's Sunday morning. I've been out to the garden centre, as you can see. A couple of little planters underneath there just to hide that gap until I get it cladded properly. It's been working like a charm again all night. It's now up to temperature. It's been dechlorinated, everything is good to go. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the little fishies out of here. So if you look at one of my previous visits to the Coventry koi collection, you'll see that I bought 5 fish to grow on. They never actually went in the other grow on tank. So anyway, the one I particularly like I'm going to keep, and the other 4, while they're still great little fish, I'm going to put them in the grow on tank, see if I can get them up to a bit more size, and then to be honest with you, they'll probably be offered out for sale. So I'm going to have some fun and games now trying to catch some fish. So we'll come back to you once I've got them in a bowl, and then we can have a look at them. Right folks, well I've just had an entertaining 10 or 15 minutes. He said lying, so it was more like half an hour. The feed has just gone off. Pond might be looking a little bit more spacious for the big boys, because dun dun dun, 2 nets, 2 bowls, and a whole lot of blood, sweat and tears later. Those are the 5 fish that I'm taking out of the pond to put into a grow on. See if I can bring them on a little bit more, and then being very honest, they will be up for grabs. So let me just take the net off so you can see them properly. The Kahaku is absolutely superb, it really is, as is that Sankey. And he's got some sumi coming through on the head spot as well, and just behind the shoulder, so that's going to be another cracker. In fact, there's not a bad fish in here. I'll hand the camera over to Claire and I'll just do a quick measure up, and then I'm going to put them in the other bowl. So let's start off with the come on, the Ginrin height Suri. I'm going to say 18. Just pop him into that bowl. So that is lovely. That really is. Go on then. You're going to measure yourself. Okay. So this Sankey is 23. Okay. Swap it. So the other Sankey is, again, I'm going to say, well, 24 possibly. 24 on that one. And the other Sankey, I'll say for anybody that doesn't like a lot of benny on a Sankey, this is a perfect one. So this is 22. So they're all roughly the same size, apart from this one that's done extremely well. And as you can imagine, this was the hardest to catch. It's going to be the hardest to measure. I'm going to say 27. The reason I put them in that bowl is I'm literally just going to take it over there and float it and drop them in. So let's go. So ready, here we go. New homes for all. It takes you forever to catch them, and then when you have caught them, none of them want to come out. This water's lovely and warm. Everybody, no. There we go. So I'll let them settle in for an hour or so. I might drop the water another couple of inches, to be honest, just while they're new, and then we'll come back and have a look at them properly. Cheers folks, fun day. Well, quite unplanned, the video went off as I was actually catching the fish. Didn't plan that one very well, but it takes them no time at all to get back into the feeding regime. It's like what fish? It's looking a bit, I won't say it's looking a bit sparse, but it's looking like there's some space for a new fish to go in there soon. But anyway, the lovely camera lady has asked me to show you the extra planting that's been done this morning. So I showed you we put this ivy screen up yesterday just to hide the air source heat pump. I'll be sitting here and watching the fish. Just put a load of, I like to go with water plants, bog plants, just a bit of colour, a bit of interest on top of the air source heat pump. And it's filled with pumice. There's virtually no weight to it at all. It's only half full of water. It's ever so easy to lift. So hopefully that'll give us a bit of extra colour down here. And as I say, we'll come back and look at the fish in the tank once they've settled in. Catch you in a bit. Right, it's been about an hour and I've been tinkering again, so we'll do a quick update here, then call it a wrap. As you can see, I was doing some netting to put on the top, anti-heron guards and all that, because we've got the woods behind us and we do have quite a few herons around here. But just in this wind it just got into a tangled mess basically, so I knocked down the head. But what I have found through luck rather than judgment is one of the 5 covers that goes on the main pond, it sticks over the back. It's too long, but I've got enough gap there to be able to put it on the top flush with the front of the pond to act as a anti-heron guard. I then add a bit of polycarb sheet, which wasn't quite long enough to come over onto the front, but these things, I've got about 5 or 6 of these. These are the offcuts from the big sheets when I made those, so I've just put one of those at the front. So only a temporary measure, because I will do obviously made to measure ones for this, and I'll probably do them in the same way as that, with a frame and those grids on, because they are sort of self-supporting anyway, but just really strong. But anyway, apologies for the reflection in advance. I don't know how much you're going to see, because you'll probably see most of me, but the fish seem to be okay. One of them clearly has made himself at home because he's already had a poo, but that's them. 5. To be honest, I didn't realise how big they were, because they're swimming with the big fish. They still look like small fish to me, but you know, 25, 26, 27 centimetres, whatever they are. I was amazed, I really was. And they you know, well, you judge it for yourself what you think the quality is, but I think they're absolutely stunning. But anyway, bad reflection, apologies. So that's it. Oops, spooked them. So that's me grow-on tank up and running, which I'm really pleased about. So I shall be obviously looking to buy new fish moving forward now, and then at some point in the not too distant future I'll be moving these on. So just, if anybody does see one and it catches your eye and you want to put your name down for it, then please drop a note in the comments. But that's it really, everything's been put to bed. Pond water's a bit frothy now, because I've just put some anti-stress stuff in there because of me chasing them around with the net this morning. But to be honest, they don't seem too bothered. Gosh, she's looking better by the day, as is the achiever. So I'm really pleased with all the fish in here now. I only released those little fish in here because I didn't like keeping them in the net that I was keeping them in, the quarantine net, just to put them in here, because I wasn't heating the other quarantine pond over the winter. It did well until they started growing, and then it didn't do too well anymore. So this is it. Reduce the numbers, ready to buy some more. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the grow-on updates and the little saga we had, the little pit stop that we had to make to get things rectified. I am absolutely delighted with the actual unit. I looked at everything before I actually bought one of these, obviously, because they're a lot of money. You want to make sure you get the right one. But for me, my situation, my budget, what I want to do with it, these EZponds are absolutely superb. So I could not be happier. And as you will have seen from previous videos, the customer service that comes with it are absolutely fantastic. So yeah, great stuff. I'm going to leave it there. As I say, thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. See you on the next one.